Hello everyone, this is Jim, and for this week 10 Wimba video, just want to go over a few things, how you can create a macro and actually attach the macro to a command button to open a form from another form. So kind of a common task you might use for macros. Macros can be used for lots of different things, kind of automate things and tasks that you want done, whether it's an Access or an Excel or a Word or what have you. So I'm going to open up my database and kind of show you what I'll be doing here and then do it. So I've got an orders form here. And I'll show you what it looks like in form view. And what I want to do here, I want to be able to put a command button here that would open up my invoices form from my orders form. All right, so what I'm going to do is create a macro in order to accomplish that. So I'm going to click on my Create tab. I'm going to go to my macro button, click on macro. And you get this little grid area for the macros area. First thing you want to do is select the main action you want to have happen, which in this case is going to be an open form action. So I'm going to scroll down. Click on Open Form. I don't have to worry about the arguments that's put in my Access, so nothing you deal with there. Now the one thing here is we got to tell Access what form we want it to actually open up. So down here in the Action Arguments area, down below, where it says Form Name, I'm going to specify the Invoices form being the one that I'm going to open up. So I've got that. Next thing I'm going to do is I'll just do one other action on this macro, which will be to maximize my form. So I'll click on Maximize. So I've got two actions now. It's going to be Open Form action and then Maximize. And you'll notice Maximize doesn't have any action arguments because the object's already open, so it's going to be maximizing what is open after the initial step. I'm going to go ahead and save this as my Open Invoices macro. Hit OK. And now if you want, we can go ahead and actually test this out. I'll hit the Run button. Opens up that form, so things look good. So everything's working fine. Whoops, sorry about that. So I'm going to close out of this Invoices form. And now I'm going to go to my Orders form. I'm going to go in Design View. The easy part is coming up here. I'm going to throw a command button on here. So up here in my controls group area, my button control. So I'm going to double click that. Come down, attach a button basically in the middle portion of my form toward the bottom. I'll get into a wizard, and now what I can do is I could have almost done this through the wizard process, attaching a macro or creating a macro, what have you, but I'm doing it through having already created the macro. I click on the categories miscellaneous, and then I get the option to choose a macro or run a macro. So I'm going to run that macro. I'll click Next. I'm going to use a macro Open Invoices. Click Next. I want text on the button, and so it's going to be actually Open Invoices. I will click Next. Name for the button, which would be part of the properties of the button, and I'm going to give it the same thing, Open Invoices. So you can see the property sheets over here on the right-hand side. So this will get filled in from Command 10 to Open Invoices once I'm done here. I will click Finish. So you see Open Invoices here for the name and the caption. Caption is actually what you see on the button or the object when you're in a form, etc. Save my form. I'll go in Design View. I'll click on my Open Invoices button, and now I got my Invoices form opened up. So my Open Invoices button, command button is working very well. I attach my macro to it, and so you can see it's a pretty easy process. Create your macro. I put two steps in my macro: opening the form, maximizing it, told Access I want the Invoices form to be opened up. Save the macro. Came into my other form, Orders form. Put the command button down. Got into the wizard, chose miscellaneous actions. I'm going to run a macro, chose the macro, named the button, put the text on the button, and that was it. So pretty straightforward process, what you'll be doing this week for your assignment. If you have any questions, please contact me, and I hope you have a good week 10. Thank you.